Hello, you guys. It is Sunday. I hope you had an amazing weekend. You're probably wondering, why is Kristen so excited on a Sunday night? How does she have all this energy? And that's exactly why I decided to hop on here tonight for a Facebook Live. And it's because I genuinely think that Sunday is one of the most important days of the weight loss journey. Obviously, every single day counts, but Sunday is the day that counts the most. And that probably might scare a lot of you who are like, oh my God, I ate brunch. I had brunch this morning. I got French toast. I got some mimosas. I had a birthday party. I was at the pool having some cocktails. My day is ruined and my week is screwed. But I'm here to tell you that that's actually not the case at all, and that it's still time to get back on track. And Sunday is one of the most important days of the weight loss journey week, because it is a day that you can actually plan ahead. And Sunday is a day that you can actually simplify your week for weight loss success. So every Sunday moving forward, I want to share with you guys a tip every Sunday of how to simplify your week so you can be more successful week after week on your weight loss and health journey. So I'm going to jump right in today to something that I hear all of the time. And this is probably one of the biggest frustrations that I hear from health and weight loss clients. And that is that they have the greatest intentions, but they have no results. Okay. They think they have all the things they need to be successful. They're trying to implement them, but they're still having zero results. And that's exactly why I do what I do now. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what this looks like, especially on a day-by-day basis, okay? So let's say, Monday hits, and Monday you are thinking like, I am going to rock this week. I bought all my healthy foods at the grocery store. I ate what I wanted this weekend, and now I'm going to get right back on track. Monday motivation is at its peak, and I'm going to the gym this week. I'm going to crush it, okay? So Mondays are typically pretty good. And then Tuesday rolls around, and we're like, I'm still kicking butt. I'm turning down Taco Tuesday so I can eat my chicken and broccoli and be eating clean and on point. And I am just so sexy. Like, I am just killing it on Tuesday, all right? And then Wednesday hits. And Wednesday we all lovingly know as hump day, all right? And so I know for me, like, sugar cravings kick in because I'm tired. It's the middle of the work week. We're having a little bit less energy on Wednesdays, but we're still hanging on because the weekend is coming up, all right? Then Thursday hits, and the struggle is real. But we have one more day, and it's the weekend, all right? So usually, like, we're still doing okay on Thursdays. And then it's Friday, and we're like, hallelujah. Like, it is the weekends, right? At 5 o'clock, you are running out of the office to go to happy hour. When I was in the high school classroom, it was 3 o'clock, and teachers, like, we were going out on the town, super excited. You're going out for pizza, you might get some ice cream, or all of the above. I know Fridays at 5, I'm looking for my wine, all right? It's time to reward ourselves. But then Saturday comes around, and we're still, quote unquote, rewarding ourselves. We have a birthday party. We're going to the beach, having some drinks with our friends. It's date night. We've got a wedding, and, we have to have cake, and we have to have drinks. We have to do all these things. And before you know it, you've had all kinds of celebratory meals on that Saturday. And then Sunday hits, right? And you're like, well, what the hell? Like, it's already, Sunday, yesterday's ruined. I'm just going to eat what I want. It's the day of rest, and I'll just jump back into it tomorrow, okay? And that's what the week looks like, guys. And this is like the reality for a lot of people, not just like those, regular people, but people on the weight loss journey. And truth be told, this is the exact formula for staying stuck and frustrated on your weight loss journey, okay? And many of us have heard of the 80-20 rule about weight loss, all right? And what this looks like is that we eat 80% healthy foods and 20% quote unquote less healthy foods. Or, we've also heard, like, in order to lose weight, it's 80% diet and 20% working out, okay? And so, I agree with a lot of that, true. But here's the problem, okay? If you're sticking to a clean diet, just Monday through Thursday, that's actually 57%, okay? So that's not 80%, right? Or let's say you're better. Let's say Monday through Friday, you're really good. And then it's just Saturday and Sunday where you're kind of like off the wagon. Guys, that's 71%, right? So neither one of those reaches 80%, okay? And I hate to break it to you, but that's why you're not where you want to be. That's why you're stuck, okay? And this weekly pattern is exactly what it takes to never get to where you want to be and never get those results. okay? And while it's really easy to look at these numbers, okay, and know why you're not getting those results, okay, what's more important is to look at why Friday through Sunday are so difficult for us, okay? And it's not so much what you're eating on Friday through Sunday, but it's why you're eating these foods, okay? The why is what we really have to look at to be crystal clear on how to improve our results on this weight loss journey, okay? And any other nutrition coach would tell you, well, you just need to be more disciplined, okay? You have to just eat clean, train hard. That's the only answer. And a lot of people, that's the mentality that they have. It's just like, I need to have more willpower. I got to stay motivated. That's all it is, okay? It's just making those simple decisions. And while that definitely does work for some people and they are able to see results because they have great willpower, they're super committed, that doesn't work for a majority of the people. And that's why 95% of dieters fail and why the weight loss journey is so difficult, because it's not enough just to say that we need more willpower, okay? There is a much more complex problem behind that, okay? We can't just say it's willpower, because it is a lot more than willpower, all right? Here's the real problem. I'm gonna break it down to you guys really easily right now. Monday through Friday, you try to do the right things and eat all the right foods when you're not even really sure what is the right way to eat. Okay, and it's not your fault, guys. Like, there's so much information out there. Even me, like, I do nutrition for a living. I have studied nutrition for all the years, and it's crazy, all this information that's coming out. So I know what you're going through, okay? You're doing all these different searches, okay? Like intermittent fasting, for example. I get a lot of questions on intermittent fasting, okay? I hear this all the time. You read it online that it works and that you're only supposed to eat from like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then try it, but you're up at 4 a.m. to go to work, okay, take care of kids maybe, and then what, you're gonna wait 7 hours to eat breakfast? Like, that doesn't work for a lot of people, right? You're starving before 11 a.m., right? And then when you do eat at 11, you eat everything in sight. Or let's say you have to stop eating by 7 o'clock, but you have a work dinner till 8:30. Like, that's just not realistic for your lifestyle, right? And that doesn't work for everyone. Or let's say even if you are able to kind of stick to that timeline, you're still not seeing results. I am someone that even when I've done intermittent fasting, it doesn't really translate to weight loss for me personally, right? And you also have to remember that what works for some people doesn't work for everybody. So just because your neighbor or your sister did intermittent fasting and it worked for them doesn't mean it works for you, all right? So let's say you try that, doesn't work, and then you go and try the keto diet, right? Because we hear that it's getting people amazing results. A lot of doctors are actually getting behind it now. And so you go ahead and try that. Okay, so you decide that you're going to give up all your carbohydrates, because we know a ketogenic diet is a high fat, moderate protein, very, very low carb diet. All right, so you're giving up carbs. But, tomorrow's Monday, right? Tomorrow night, your kids want spaghetti. So you're planning on cooking pasta. And then, Friday night, you've got a pizza party to go to, or your family always does pizza. So you're going to have pizza on Friday. So in your mind, you're like, well, I have to give up all these carbs, but tomorrow's pasta and Friday's pizza, right? So what am I going to do? All right. So you say you're going to do it, right? Because you're committed. But first of all, guys, whoever said that you have to give up all of your carbs to lose weight? Okay, that's definitely one of the biggest myths, right? And second of all, if you're surrounding yourself with carbs during the week and thinking about that you can't eat them, don't you think that you'll want those carbs even more because you're telling yourself that you can't eat them? Like, guys, that is like the basics of psychology 101, is that you always want what you can't have, right? So that's definitely a way to kind of sabotage yourself into overdoing it on the weekend, right? So by not knowing what you can and cannot eat, okay, you end up cutting out all these foods, okay, because you think that you can't eat them. So you just cut it out completely because you think it's going to sabotage your diet. So now all week you're thinking about pasta on Monday and pizza on Friday. So by Saturday, you just have like Italian food on the mind, okay? And you want to just eat something fun. All right, but most likely, guys, it's not just like one fun meal because you've been restricting yourself all week long, okay? And so on this weekend, you want to just feel free, all right? It's like you're being dropped off in Venice on a cruise ship and you have 5 hours to eat Italy, right? And so you're going to eat all the pizza and all the pasta because you've just been building up all this excitement for all of these foods, okay? And that is exactly what causes these like unhealthy relationships with foods and what causes binging. And then we kind of have this crazy vicious cycle that we can't break out of. okay? And then, you know, the weekend's over, we're back to square one. And that's where a lot of us fall on a Sunday, like, okay, tomorrow I gotta start all over again, okay? You gain control for a few days, you know, Monday through Thursday, whatever, and then you lose it again for a few days. And at that rate, guys, what I just laid out for you Monday through Sunday, that's like 50% successful. Okay, and as many of you guys learned in grade school, a 50% is an F, okay, and you're failing at losing weight. You're just failing at getting to where you want to be. So now that we see the problem, that you're only doing 50% of what you need to be doing, let's look at the solution. This is where I want to give you guys some hope, right, to have some more success this week and to make your Sundays, you know, really simplifying the rest of your week. Here we go. So first of all, whoever said that you have to give up pizza and pasta, okay, to lose weight? It's like people think there's a diet God, okay, and we have to follow the 10 commandments of dieting, okay, and number 1 is no carbs. Like, thou shalt not give up, thou shalt not eat carbs. That's what people just say now, okay? But here's a reality check, guys. There is no diet God. There is not one way to eat. If you haven't been to Barnes and Nobles recently or Googled on or searched on Amazon, there are thousands of diet books out there. So many different ways to eat, okay? And the only person who knows what works for your body is you, okay? And if you don't know yet, it is certainly possible to figure out what foods you can eat and what you can do to get the results that you deserve and that you can get, okay? There's not just one way to eat. There's no one size fits all diet, okay? You don't have to give up your pizza and pasta to lose weight and keep it off and live your life and be happy, okay? And this is why people fail at diets ultimately. It's because they think they have to follow strict rules and can't make up their own rules. And I am so against that. And who seriously, guys, wants to give up carbs? I mean, I'm 50% Italian. It is in my DNA to eat pizza and pasta. So it's just not coming out of my diet. I'm sorry, okay? It's just not happening. All right. So how do we break away from following such strict rules and actually see the results that we deserve? And the strategy that I'm going to offer for you guys today is what I call the 3 Ps. I'm going to break that down to you guys. You might want to write this down. And this is going to help you simplify your week for your weight loss success. All right. So here we go. The first P that I want to mention is you have to prioritize your diet. Okay. So prioritize your diet. So you have to get crystal clear on what foods you can eat to reach your goals. And if your diet is actually the reason that you're not losing weight, okay? Because I'll be honest, you guys, if you're eating pasta once a week and pizza once a week, that's not the reason you're not seeing results, okay? That's not gonna sabotage your diet. There's definitely more to your story than just your diet, okay? Because diet, although it's a big part of the weight loss journey, it is not everything. There is more to the weight loss journey, I promise you that, okay? Number 2, you need to plan your week out. And that's why I like Sundays, okay, or Monday morning, for example, to kind of like map out the week ahead. All right, so once you know how many amazing foods you can enjoy and get results, you have to get excited about all of the ways you can enjoy them throughout the week and the weekend, okay? How you eat on Monday should be no different than how you eat on Saturday or Sunday, okay? Well, maybe you go out for a brunch on Sunday, whatever, or date night Saturday night, have some wine, that's fine, you know, but it shouldn't be vastly different than the rest of the week, okay? Planning, you have to plan ahead, guys. There's really no way around it because failing to plan, okay, is planning to fail. I'm sure many of you have heard that before, all right? Last but not least, the third and most important P is you have to put it into practice, okay? You have to practice what you plan out, like actually do what you plan to do, okay? And I've said this before, it takes 21 days to create a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle, right? And so what you do consistently, okay, for 3 or more weeks, what you do consistently is who you will become, okay? That is like my golden rule, all right? And so a lot of us, we only last on these like strict diets for like 1 to 2 weeks, all right? Because it's not sustainable, right? So if you're making your own rules, right, and you're planning ahead, you're less likely to break them because it's something that you believe in, something that you know works for you, okay? So, like I just said, the 3 Ps, so how to simplify your Sunday and to get some weight loss success this week, starting today, and I guess into tomorrow. And if you're watching this video on Monday or Tuesday, you can get started today. It doesn't matter. It's never too late to get started. implement the 3 P's. So prioritize your diet. Get clear on what you can eat and what you should eat less of. Number 2 is to plan ahead, okay? Plan how you're gonna enjoy all of these foods that you can eat, and then kind of fit in some of the less healthy foods that you love, but you can still enjoy them, okay? And then last but not least, you're going to practice your plan. You're gonna practice what you preach and put your plan into practice. Actually do it and be held accountable for your actions, because that is the most important step. You can prioritize and you can plan all of you want, but if you don't practice it, you are never going to see results. I can guarantee you guys that, okay? So this week's action step, as I said before, is to actually implement the 3 P's, okay? Try setting this up on a Sunday or like an early Monday morning. That's typically like when I even do my planning, okay? That's always the best, train of thought. But even earlier in the week is fine too, like a Tuesday, okay? So try doing that this week, guys. But let's say you're just lost, okay? You've tried planning, you've tried, you've tried figuring out your diet, but you just don't know what to do. Or you need to be held accountable. You need to actually be held accountable for practicing your plan, okay? That's definitely something I can help you with, okay? If you want me to help you come up with a plan, see what you've been through in your past, what hasn't worked for you, I can help you find out what can work for you. Okay, that's exactly what I do. And that's what I love doing, because I know it's overwhelming. I've been in that position where I have eaten super clean Monday through Friday, and I've just ruined it over the weekend because I was just so strict during the week. It just was not sustainable, all right? And that's why I create the 3 P's, and I do them every single week because I know what works for me. Okay, so if you're looking for some help with implementing the 3 P's, especially to be held accountable and knowing that you have the right plan and not like overthinking it and getting overwhelmed about what to eat, what not to eat, you need help, all right? You're tired of being overwhelmed. You're tired of the frustration. You're tired of not getting results, all right? Just talk to me about it, all right? Tell me your story. Book a call with me. All you got to do is go to createmyweight.com/schedule, and I'm here to serve you and to help you get clarity on what will work for you and how to put your plan into action and finally get results, guys. We're coming up to the end of a month. I cannot believe it's Labor Day this weekend. That's crazy. Wouldn't it be nice to just have a plan that works for you, actually be held accountable for it, and start getting results, okay? So the 3 P's are the foundation, but putting them into practice is the most important thing. So I can help you do that. All you got to do is go to createmyweight.com/schedule, and we'll get you started. All right. So make it a great week, guys. Happy Sunday. I hope it was a great weekend, and I will see you all soon here in my nutrition and mindset support group. Have a great night and a great week.